Here at Byrna, we get a lot of feedback about our products. And believe it or not, people on the internet can sometimes be a little negative. So once again, it's my turn to provide some feedback of my own in this installment of Mean Posts Volume 3. Mike James writes, Byrna is useless against government forces. I'll take full capacity magazines loaded with armor-piercing rounds over this any day. Please don't use Byrna launchers against government forces. If any one of my videos has implied or suggested that you should storm the beaches of Normandy or head over to the Ukrainian front armed solely with a bunch of TCRs and Mission 4s, I sincerely apologize and should really warn you, you're probably going to have a bad time. So thank you, General James, for pointing out that weapons of war should be saved for just that, war. Byrna produces self-defense weapons to be used for just that, defense, not invading Mongolia there, Genghis Khan. This next one responded to our video about home burglary tips, where I recommended considering keeping your firearm out of arm's reach to give you a second to clear your head when awakening from a deep sleep. Janet Brown posts, I don't have brain fog ever, and sounds or talking or lights is bad for your safety. Do you want them to know anything? My favorite defense is silence. Then rack the slide and load a 223. Janet, I have to tell you, I'm pretty envious. I get brain fog sitting through half the Zoom meetings I'm on. And after a few hours of sleep, I need an air raid siren or the sound of the cat about to throw up on the carpet to get me to full alertness. In 2021, an Ohio father, who I'm sure also thought he wasn't susceptible to brain fog and thought lights were a bad idea, grabbed his gun and silently crept up on an intruder in his home at 4:30 in the morning. He saw a shadow and he fired, killing the intruder, who actually turned out to be his 16-year-old daughter coming home late. Unfortunately, this avoidable tragedy is just one example of a situation that happens all too often around the country. Let's take a look at the statistics provided by the FBI and DOJ. Of the approximately 1.25 million burglaries that occur in the U.S. every year, only about 100 of them result in the invader killing the occupant. The vast majority of burglaries actually occur during the day because that's when the home is most likely vacant. If a burglar knows you're there, statistics tell us that they're more likely to turn and run. So stop thinking you're in an episode of Narcos and look at the facts, which of course are linked below. Our last mean post today goes out to a certified Byrna superfan. Van_CE108 loves to engage with Byrna social media so much that he comments multiple times on almost everything we post. Here's a gist of most of his posts that I'll scroll below. Do not buy this shit. Go get a real gun like everyone else in California. What the F you gonna do with rubber bullets when there's a real shooter? First of all, Vance, California is in the bottom 10 for gun ownership by population, with only about a quarter of the state owning guns, well below the national average. So let's get our facts straight. Secondly, we don't do rubber bullets. I mean, if you're gonna comment on all of our videos and posts, at least watch one or two of them. Seriously, have you seen me? You are clearly missing out. Lastly, you clearly haven't seen Mean Posts Volume 1 or Volume 2, so I'll address this one more time. If someone threatens you with a firearm, I suggest you respond with a gun. Hell, have 2 guns. Bring all your friends with guns. No one at Byrna, who newsflash are all 2A supporters, is advocating you bring a Byrna to a gunfight. Less lethal solutions are there to solve all of those other problems that don't require the application of deadly force, which statistically speaking are far more likely to occur. So a big thank you to our very own comment commando Vance. Your constant and continual engagement has no doubt helped our social media algorithms. And for the many of you who have responded to Vance with logical rebuttals, don't worry, we see you. You guys are the real heroes. I want to thank everyone for all of their feedback. We love hearing what you think about the Byrna products. And for all you keyboard warriors out there, keep that trolling coming and maybe you will be featured on the next installment of Byrna Mean Posts.